And welcome to Wilmington, Delaware here at Baynard Stadium. I'm Benny Mitchell with Jason Winchell for 302 Sports. And tonight we bring you a battle of two Division II teams, undefeated defending state champions, Delmar Wildcats, and the 2-0 St. Elizabeth Vikings. And welcome back here to 302 Sports. I'm Benny Mitchell with tonight's big Division II game between the Delmar Wildcats driving all the way up from the lowest point of the state, all the way on the state line with Maryland, up here to Wilmington, Baynard Stadium, one of the more northern points of the state. And they're here to take on the St. Elizabeth Vikings, 2-0. And Jason, talk a little bit about these two teams. Delmar, the number one ranked team in the state, the defending state champions.
Yeah, the defending state champions, off to a great start, like you said, 2-0. But the Vikings are a surprise. They're in there at number 10 this week. After a 2-0 start, they went down to Laurel last week and eked out a nice win down there after an opening win against Mount Pleasant. And they're playing real well to start the season. This will be a test for them tonight.
Right, actually went down to Milford because of the storms to beat
that's
Laurel.
true. Right.
And Laurel, who won big last night, they're 2-1. So, we got Delmar coming in, the defending state champs. The last time they came to Baynard Stadium, they put 35 points on that scoreboard and to knock off number one DMA in the first round of the state tournament.
The first round of the tournament, a great win to start their tournament run. As they took out the 1 and the 2 seed the following week, coming up here and beating AI. So
Delmar opened up the season with a big win over Cape and Lope, and then last week come from behind victory over St. Mary's out of Annapolis, Maryland. The Vikings, how they got to this 2-0 mark?
Yeah, they beat Mount Pleasant on the road, and then, like I said, they beat Laurel last week. 2 good wins to start the year. But now we're in their meat of the schedule. They got DMA next week, followed by Friends in a couple weeks, all here. But all 3 tough games, and we'll find out where they are.
I talked to Marvin Dooley on Wednesday afternoon, and Marvin Dooley said tonight's a test to see who they really are. How good is his team? His team really is. So let's go to the Dream Scouting Network players to watch for tonight, and we'll start with the Delmar Wildcats. And hey, when you talk about the Delmar Wildcats and their offense, it goes through Tayshawn Denard, number 12. Tayshawn Denard, 8 touchdowns in the semifinals last year of the playoffs.
Against AI, who had a great defense going into that game. So that was very impressive, Benny, and a great game for him. And like you said, he's a great player to watch. And
Denard plays on both sides of the ball. Another guy to watch is number 73, Mason Lilly. And I saw Lilly just moving people out of the way against Cape and Lope, and he is just a tough two-way performer, and especially so on defense.
Yeah, and like you said, he's a two-way performer. But most of the people tonight are two-way players, but he's a really tough defensive player.
And now let's go to the St. Elizabeth Vikings, and a couple of guys you want to talk about with St. Elizabeth that Coach Dooley thought we should watch tonight.
Yeah, their offense starts with senior running back Herman Jones, number 3. He's had a great start. He had a couple rushing touchdowns against Mount Pleasant, over 100 yards rushing. And last week against Laurel, he had the game-winning touchdown. So he's a fabulous back with great speed and a great athlete. So Delmar's going to have to pay attention. But he's also a hard-hitting linebacker for St. Elizabeth on the defensive end. He's going to look to stop Delmar's running game.
And to stop Delmar, you have to stop the dive. And the other guy that Coach Dooley talked about, that could be his job tonight, is stopping the dive and double dive.
Yes, and that is
Yeager Wesley.
Yes, Yeager Wesley. And like you said, he has to stop the run. Delmar's very good on that dive play. You need to have a good lineman to stop that and force other people to make the tackle. I think he's going to be the key. If he can get between 8 and 10 tackles, then I think they're being great shape in this one.
And then we talked about the quarterbacks. Good, nice quarterback matchup tonight. Let's start with Noah Ogben, the transfer from William Penn. Talk a little bit about his game.
Yeah, and like you said, he's transferred from William Penn, the senior. He's got off to a good start. It takes time, I guess, when you transfer to try and get used to your new receivers.
Right.
The game against Mount Pleasant, they had some drops, but last week they seemed to pick it up against Laurel, and he's a player to watch because that gives St. Elizabeth the option, especially if Jones is running. Then you can do some play-action fakes. And that's a big part, I think, of their game plan tonight.
Boy, Dave Hearn had the problem every coach wants to have coming into this preseason. He wins a state championship last year, and he's right off of the quarterback controversy. He had 3 different quarterbacks start in games last year in their season, and they all come back. And he went with his senior who broke his arm in game 2 last year against St. Mary's, A.J. Angelo. And what does he do in the first game of the season? They don't go double dive and dive. They come out firing. Angelo throwing 2 touchdown passes in that game and beating Cape, I believe, 42-14 or something like that.
Yeah, and like you said, it was a surprise. We thought they were going to run against Cape
right.
Hello, but he comes out, he throws the ball. There's a couple touchdowns early, and Cape never got back into that game.
Right, so didn't get to see much of it. They played down at Salisbury last week, so didn't get a lot of information out of that. But Delmar's 2-0, and they're on a big win streak. They haven't lost since week 2 of last season.
To St. Mary's.
To St. Mary's, who they just beat last week. So the Wildcats coming up here. They're coming up here hungry, kind of coming up with a chip on their shoulder. They don't. I don't think Delmar kind of feels like they're really respected yet. So, folks, we're going to go to our first commercial timeout. When we come back, we should be close to game time here tonight from Baynard, the Delmar Wildcats and the St. Elizabeth Vikings.
Mr. Italian began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 homebuyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time homebuyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Mr. Italian.
Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust.
The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroup.re.com. The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz.
And welcome back to Baynard Stadium, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Benny Mitchell here with Jason Winchell. Here for the big non-conference matchup between the Delmar Wildcats and the St. Elizabeth Vikings. Let's go to the Green Blade Irrigation and Turf Care Turf Report. And we're playing on Bermuda grass tonight early in the season, Jason. The field's in good condition. We got a chance to walk on it before the game. Field really in great position. 65 degrees, a little bit humid, and a few drops of rain here and there, but I didn't see much rain in the forecast for tonight. So we should have a nice night to play football. The captains are on the field.
Yeah, and like you said, Benny, they've had a lot of games.
Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, Gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique image you envision, we create.
It's going to be a great game, and I think it helps Delmar with the speed.
Right.
But also St. E's Jones, I think it's going to be great that the field's in good shape for him.
So we're going to pause here, folks, for the national anthem. We'll be back with tonight's kickoff between the Vikings and the Wildcats. Welcome back to Baynard Stadium here in Wilmington, Delaware, as we're getting set for the kickoff. Jason, I think a little bit of a surprise tonight, or today, this afternoon. 1 o'clock kickoff with William Penn and Caesar Rodney. I called it the clash of the Colonial Clash with the two mascots. But 38-13, Caesar Rodney. After a big loss last week to St. George's, they come up and knock off William Penn.
Yeah, and they played really well. It looks like they got everything going. William Penn off to an 0-3 start. Could be a longer year for them
than they thought. I think this was a game
that I think this was one of those must wins for both teams.
And I think one I think they thought they were going to get.
Mm-hmm. Especially at home, but a good thing by good win there by Caesar Rodney. Good road win. They're only playing 2 home games this year, Benny.
That's because they put in a new artificial turf, and with having graduation on the field, it pushed the project back a month, and and that's all it took. So here we go, folks. Delmar kicking off. Delmar, blue helmets, white jerseys, blue pants, and St. Elizabeth with the Boston College look.
That's exactly
gold
right.
Gold helmets, gold pants, and maroon jerseys. And the kick is off. It's going to be a bouncing kick down to about the 12-yard line. It's going to be picked up, run down the numbers, and that's number 2 to Sean Brooks, and he's going to get it out to about the 34, 35-yard line. Nice start.
Yeah, and Brooks is a dangerous kick returner. You'll also see him in the running game, Benny, along with Cameron Trajan, the senior running back, number 1. So they got a 3-headed monster in backs.
So that's 1st and 10 at the 35, and there goes. Is that a train going behind me?
Yeah, think of Baynard Stadium. You will hear their trains.
All right, 1st and 10 at their own 35 for St. Elizabeth. 2-by-2s on the edges, and number 1 in the backfield with the quarterback, Ogben. That's to Cameron to Jaden, and it's going to be Jaden, and he's going to be hit in the backfield. Number 70, I think that's Mason Lilly. Yes, it is. 73, Mason Lilly, the guy we talked about in the pregame.
Yeah, nice tackle by him. And we said you're going to have to they're going to stop that run up the middle. The Vikings have executed well the first 2 games.
Loss of 1 on the play brings up a 2nd and 11 for St. Elizabeth. And now they go little pistol with a double wing. And goes in motion. It's going to be the speed sweep. He's wrapped up in the backfield. And that's going to be 88 Covington finishing him off.
Yeah, we're not fooled by that play. They were in that backfield
Right away.
right around the handoff time, and
That's going to be a loss of another yard. So St. E's right now going the wrong direction. 3rd and 12.
see if this is. We'll see if that if he airs it out here, Ogden. He's got a good arm.
Trips to the right. He's got Jaden in the backfield, and he's going to roll out. He's looking downfield. He's got a man open, and it's going to overthrow him and out of bounds. That's going to bring up a 4th and 12.
Yeah, he threw it past the line of scrimmage. It would have given him first down. Just a little too much air in that one on his first throw, and a great stand here by the Wildcats, forcing the 3 and out.
3 and out on the first series of the game, and as I said, St. E's going backwards. Back to punt number 22, Samuel Janicki. And back deep for the Wildcats. That's their quarterback, number 7, A.J. Angelo. He returns punts. He makes tackles on special teams. He does it all.
Does it all. You love
Good
them.
snap. Left-footed kip punter. Nice end over end. It's going to bounce at about the 45. And take a short roll inside the 42, about the 39-yard line, where Delmar's going to take over 1st and 10, and we're going to set this first action with A.J. Angelo, the senior quarterback.
And like you said, they're famous for the dive play.
Right.
But we've seen them throw the ball a little bit this year. So
I saw him at the Cape game, first play of the game, little 10-yard out.
So the Vikings have to be ready for both here on this first drive. And good starting position at their own 40.
Angelo brings the play in from head coach Dave Hearn, legendary coach down at Delmar, over 200 career victories.
Yeah, one of the better coaches in the state.
Yes. So to come out, that's going to be number 6, Dante Trader at the deep back. And it's going to be a little fake the dive and try to hit Parsons on the sweep. Nothing there. Now St. E's puts him in a loss on the first play.
Yeah, nicely done there by
so 3 plays
St. E's.
And no positive yardage yet either way.
Yeah, and the only pass was incomplete. So defenses have come out early in this one.
That's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 12 for Delmar. I want to give a shout-out to the Delmar VFW. I understand they have our game on the big screen tonight down there. So thank you to
yes.
the VFW down there in Delmar for supporting 302 Sports and high school sports. Full house backfield for the Wildcats. Parsons comes in motion, and it's going to be up the middle of that little belly. That looks like number on the carry there. He's going to pick up about 10 on the play. That's number 12. Tayshawn Denard.
Yeah, we talked about in the pregame show to watch out for. He took that one up the middle and got the yardage they lost and then some back, like you said, around.
It's a gain of about 9. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 3 for the Wildcats. Now the Wildcats signaling the plays. We saw Angelo bring the second play in from the sideline. Now they're going to the signboards.
Yeah, a little change up. What you like to see. Coach is mixing it up early in this one.
Looks like they come out in a power I. Ball at their own 46-yard line. And that's going to be Denard again. Oh, no, that was the second man through. That was Trader. He's got the first down. That's an S&E Doyle first down.
Yeah, and they fooled both of us there. I thought it was Denard. And like you said, second guy through, Trader gets the first down and keeps the drive going.
Trader ended the season as a quarterback last year.
And like you said, they had 3 quarterbacks, and all of them are back.
Yeah, Jacob Van Arks, the junior. He played most of the last half of the season. He gets hurt halfway through the Woodbridge game, and at halftime, Trader steps in. So here we go, I formation. St. Elizabeth's doing a lot of switching as they come out of the huddle. And it's going to be an option out to Trader. Nice pitch. He's got some running room off the left side, inside the 40 to about the 31-yard line. And that's going to be another first down. S.E. Doyle, first down.
Yeah, good play. Like you said, the thing that makes the option is the pitch has to be perfect.
Right.
Perfect pitch. He catches it in stride, and now he's got the momentum going downhill.
He also called that defense in and trying to make a decision.
Yes.
Of who he wanted to cover. So that takes down to the 32. Bring it up first down and 10 for the Wildcats.
So after that first negative run, the Wildcats got their running game going here. And we've seen a little bit of everything.
I formation with a wing to the left. And this is going to be a rollout by Angelo. He's under pressure, and he has been wrapped up by several of the Vikings. Finishing off was number 1, Shaden, and it looked like number 64, Joseph Kinbiter, was the initial man.
Yeah, and a good pressure. Like you said, he had 3 or 4 guys in the backfield right there, and a good job of sacking and bringing up a second and long.
Loss of 7 on the play is going to bring up a 2nd and 17.
But there we go. Delmar had the running game going, and then all of a sudden they went back in the pass.
2nd and 17 as Angelo comes out in a shotgun formation with Denard in the backfield with him, 2-by-2 on the edges. And looking fakes the belly and looks downfield to Parsons. He's open, catches it at about the 7, touchdown, 40-yard touchdown strike.
What a throw.
For Angelo.
He threw that one right on the money, and he got by the defense and in for the touchdown. And what an impressive first drive there by Delmar. And a 2nd and 17 play, Benny, they hit the home run.
So on the kick is number 19, Guillermo Eshude. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. He's on the kick the extra point. I believe he's been perfect so far this year. I know he was in the Cape game, the first game we saw. And we got a good snap, holds down, the kick is up. And it's good. So our first break of the game, your score, Delmar Wildcats 7, St. Elizabeth's Vikings 0. Folks, we'll be right back with more non-conference football on 302 Sports.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer of Sodell Concepts. We have 8 locations, a catering company and a food truck right here on the Culinary Coast in southern Delaware, and we'd love to see you at one of our locations. Fish On and Lewis in the villages of 5 Points. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue in downtown Rehoboth, serving homemade pasta. Papa Grande's in downtown Rehoboth. Our treetop deck has the best happy hour around. And Matt's Fish Camp, located on Route 1 in North Bethany Beach, your classic seafood shack. At Sodell, we believe in beautiful, simple food and making the world a better place. See you soon.
And, folks, we're back at Baynard Stadium in Wilmington, Delaware. Jason, I don't get to come up here a lot, but nice view up here in the press box at Baynard Stadium.
Yeah, the only bad part is walking up these steps.
Right, and the train that runs behind us. So, the Wildcats will be kicking off after the touchdown. They lead 7-0. I want to give a shout to our producer, Pat Gariantes, doing some producing duties today.
Yeah, and on the St. Elizabeth's roster is his brother, Vincent, number 50.
Eshude kicks it away, and it's going to be down the numbers. Caught by number 2, Brooks. And Brooks has it out to the 25, up to the 30, and breaks the tackle there and taken out of bounds at about the 37-yard line by number 6, Dante Trader. And we talked about, a lot of these key players for Delmar, they're on the kicker team.
Yeah, and that's a sign of a good athlete that they're on all these teams, and great tackle there. But another good return by Brooks. He gives the Vikings the ball at their own 37-yard line.
St. Elizabeth takes over off the kick. 1st and 10 at their own 37. Full hash marks on the field. I kind of like that.
Yes.
I don't have to guess. Pistol formation here by the Vikings. Motion is going to be number 3,
Jones.
Ray Jones, and he's going to take it out close to a first down.
Yeah, good run by him. He broke a couple tackles and fought for those few extra yards, and I believe he's either going to be just short.
So you get about a 9-yard gain.
Yeah.
So it's going to be
It
first down.
Looks like they're moving the chain.
So first down for Jones. That's a S.E. Doyle first down. S.E. Doyle, your one-stop shop for all your construction needs. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. And we got motion coming back this way. Jones again off the right side. And he's going to plays out to about the 45. So he's going to get 8 on the gain.
And you can see he's not only a fast runner, he's a
hard
powerful runner.
Oh, he runs downfield.
Yeah, and so he gets the ball and he gets that speed moving. He's going to get those yards.
2nd and 2 for the Vikings. So the Vikings that went 3 and out with a minus 3 yards on their first series. To get a first down and a big pickup of 8 with Jones. We didn't see Jones at all in the first series.
No, but now he has 2 carries, 18 yards on this drive, and he's got them in Delmar's territory. And this would be a nice answer for St. Elizabeth. They can put a drive together
absolutely.
here.
2nd and 2 Pistol formation with a slot to the near side. Wing on the far side. Slot goes in motion, and Ogben is going to pass on second down. He throws downfield. Incomplete, just over the hands of the wrong guy, number 28, Taquan Denard of the Wildcats.
Yeah, and great pressure there by Delmar as they were in on Ogben, and he threw that and was lucky it was not picked off.
I couldn't tell if number 89, Luke Schiavone, stopped on his pattern or what happened, but he was at a dead standstill when the ball was thrown. But there was a lot of – he's probably looking to come back and help out.
Yeah. And that's what you're taught as a
Right.
receiver. Your quarterback in trouble, turn.
Ogben was under heavy pressure with two guys breathing down on him. So 3rd and 2 for the Vikings.
I do like that pass call on 2nd and 2, Ben.
Yeah, I like it, yeah. And this is going to be number 2, Brooks. And he's got the first down, takes it inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line. Give him a gain of 9 on the play.
Yeah, I like that play by Brooks. We saw his speed on the 2 kickoff returns there. He gets the ball and is moving downfield and gets a nice 7-yard gain.
And that's another S.E. Doyle first down. Ball at the 46, so give him 10 on the carry.
And the Vikings got this running game going here.
They bring the slot to the wide side of the field this time. And then in motion, they're going to flood that left side, and that's going to be Jones again. He's going to carry it inside the 30. And then a gang of Wildcats make the tackle, so that ball goes inside the 30. Pickup of about 6 on the play for Brooks.
Yeah, another strong run. If you could pick up 6 yards on first down, Benny, that's always a good positive sign because then you're got the second down and distance that you want.
Call it a second and looks to be about a 3 for the
Vikings.
For the Vikings. Double wing. Here comes in motion to the near side. Wow, he's got a fake off 2 fakes, and then I believe that was Brooks taking it on the left side. Nowhere to go. Maybe I think he may go back to the line of scrimmage. Correction, that was number 1 to Jaden.
Yeah, and like I said, the Vikings do have 3 running backs, and we've seen all 3 of them in this series. And like you said, great defense there by Delmar as they shut that down and was not fooled by it and brings up a 3rd down and you said about 3 or 4 at the 30.
Third and 3 for the Vikings. Got a wide receiver wide here to the near side. 2 backs with Ogben, and he's going to roll out to his right. And he's got a man open deep. It's going to be thrown out of bounds, incomplete, intended for number 81, John Shields.
Yeah, and Shields was open there, Benny, and unfortunately the throw was just a little wide of him, or that would have been a big play there for the Vikings.
Well, now it looks like the yard marker just moved back on us, Jason. It's back to the 30 now. So it's going to be a 4th and 4. And I believe Coach Marvin Doyle is going to go for it as Ogden comes back to the center.
And I like
the huddle.
I like the call here. I think it's a little too long for a field goal, and if you punt,
you're not getting much out of it. Yeah. Ball is on the 30. Trips to the near side. And Ogden's going to roll again. And he's got a man open, and it's out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, great defense there by Delmar. He just had no one to find, and he had to throw it because he was another foot. He was out of bounds, and great
so
defense.
Far, Ogben's 0 for 4 passing. He's had 2 plays where he's had open receivers. He's just missed them. So I would expect to see Dooley to stick with the passing game. It's just if you can get those passes down, and
it probably amped up. You're playing the number 1 team in the state, and you're defending champs. Your first home game in the new uniform at St. Elizabeth's, and I think he's just a little bit overamped to start this game. But like you said, they have open receivers, so I would continue trying that on offense. And they're moving the ball on the ground also.
The Wildcats take over 1st and 10 at their own 30. And they come out in a typical wing T formation with Denard and Trader in the backfield. And he's going to pass on 1st down. He's under some pressure. He's got to tuck it and run. Keeps his feet. And he's going to be close to a 1st down. He's going to pick up about 8 on the play.
And their good escapability. He felt the pressure, was able to avoid it, and picked up a nice 8-yard gain, like Benny said, right out of the. That's a great play.
Let's bring up a 2nd and 2.
But again, passing on first down.
Right.
We've seen that from Delmar tonight a couple times, and it's going to keep the St. E's defense on its toes.
St. E's, they're getting penetration. That's twice now they've put him under pressure.
They had that one sack in the
right.
first drive.
Full house backfield on 2nd and call it 2. And Angelo's going to pull it again. Has a receiver open as Parsons. They're off the fingertips. Coverage by number 3, Herman Jones or Ray Jones.
Yeah, good coverage by Jones there, but even better, Vikings put pressure on him again. He had to throw that ball a little earlier than he wanted to, and great defense there by the Vikings. It's going to force the 3rd down.
3rd and it's going to be a long 2 for the Wildcats.
2:48 left here in the first quarter. Delmar holding on to the 7-0 lead.
Number 67, Garrett Wright, the sophomore center, brings his team to the ball. Power I formation with the power to the wide side of the field. And that's going to be Denard, 2nd man through. Stiff arm at about the 50-yard line, and he's erased down the sideline, cuts it back to the inside, breaks a tackle, breaks a 2nd tackle, and that's going to be 60 yards for Denard. Tayshawn Denard, touchdown.
What a play. And there you see he's also got the strength. Broke a couple tackles when he got in, once he got the first down. It takes it to the house, and another great drive here for Delmar on the 3rd down play. And that's 2 big plays they've had here in the first quarter, and now they're up 13-0.
Denard broke the tackle at the when he hit the 2nd level, and then raced down the sideline, had to cut it back again, broke 2 more. And a big old stiff arm he had going down that sideline, 2 of them. So on the kick is Shude as the Wildcats lead 13-0. And snaps good, holds down, the kick is up. And it's good. So with 2 minutes and 33 seconds to play here in the first quarter, your score, Delmar Wildcats 14, St. Elizabeth Vikings 0. Folks, we'll be right back after this quick commercial timeout. And welcome back to Baynard Stadium, ladies and gentlemen. Benny Mitchell here with Jason Winchell. On the sideline tonight for us is Mike Lang and Nick Halliday. Nick with the camera. I believe Mike is going to give us some updates later in the game and producing Pat Gariantes. Delmar on to kick it off. First quarter, 2 scores already. They're up 14-0.
Yeah, the first 2 drives resulted in touchdowns. But if you're the Vikings, last time you moved the ball down the field, here, if you can move the ball down the field again, you need to score, I think, on this drive.
Yeah, last night we did the Wilmington Friends Woodbridge game. It was the tale of long drives.
Yes.
Both teams eating up 8-9 minutes on drives, and a great 24-21 football game won by a field goal by Jaworski with about a minute and change to go. So Chudy kicks it off, and it's going to be a bouncer down the middle, picked up at about the 25 by number 42, Jackson Eckhart, and he's going to get it out to about the 37. I guess Brooks, 2 big returns.
Yeah.
Get the ball about the same place.
I was going to say, the short kick, and they started about the 37, same place as the last
Brooks,
time.
you got the breakaway threat because he's shown that he has the ability. And so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the St. Elizabeth Vikings at their own 42. I think right now, Coach Dooley, they need to get a drive. They need to score. They don't want to let Delmar get the ball, hands on the ball again.
Exactly right. And he had success moving the ball last time. So I think he feels that this drive's very important.
Shotgun formation for Ogben. And that's going to be a handoff to number 1 to Jaden. And he just has nowhere to go. On the tackle, I believe that was 33 Parsons.
Yeah, great defense.
Yeah, 33.
By Parsons.
Trey Parsons.
Great.
Loss of 2 on the play.
But you see the Vikings have the trio of running backs, and
Right.
you have to be prepared. I'm expecting Jones maybe to get the ball next couple plays
Right
here.
now, Jones is anyone with positive yards. Well, correction number 2, Brooks has 10 yards. And there's a cutback. This is Ray Jones there. Big pickup.
Yeah, I said
Pick up about, 20 on or 18 on the play.
Yeah, good job. And like you said, a good cut he made after he got through the initial contact, and takes it for 18 yards and a first down. And St. E's is driving again.
That's another S.C. Doyle first down for the St. Elizabeth Vikings. 1st and 10 at the Woodbridge, last night's game, the Delmar 45. It's hard doing 2 games in a weekend.
Absolutely. And
Shotgun formation, split end here to the near side with a wing. And that's going to be a handoff to number 1. There's going to be a flag on the play. Looks like the holding area to Jaden.
Yes, you called it right in the holding area. There was a big hole.
That's going to be a chop block.
That's going to back the Vikings up.
And take away a nice 9-yard run.
Yes. And in high school, it's from the spot of the flag.
Yeah, spot foul, yeah. So
not from the line of scrimmage, though it looks like it's pretty even there.
Well, that's on the far side of the line. So that's probably somebody trying to chop Mason Lilly. Yeah. You know, he's a hard guy to keep out anyways.
Yeah, and he already has straight tackles in this game, so like you said, are probably trying to get him out. That's a
Lilly, he's only a junior. Just a junior. So that's going to move it back. 15-yard penalty. It's going to bring up a 1st and 25.
Yeah, 1st and 25. As the refs are explaining it to the Vikings coaching staff.
So 1st and 25 here for the Vikings. They move back to their own 40-yard line now. We're nearing the end of the first quarter, minute 13 to go.
Yep.
And that's going to be Jones off the left side. Hits and spins, picks up about 7 on the play.
And I like that call. 1st and 25, you'll see a lot of teams try and throw the ball.
Right.
They're trying to get some positive yards and make it 2nd and like you said, 17 or 18 instead of 2nd and 25.
It's going to bring up a 2nd and 18.
I wouldn't be surprised if the way Jones is running the ball right now.
Keep it in his hands.
Keep it in his hands. Or even possibly throw a screen to him.
Yeah. 2nd and 18 for the St. Elizabeth Vikings. And we're wide to the near side or the far side of the field, the short side. Motion going that way. And that's going to be a fake to him. That's going to be Jones, and just not a lot of room. He picks up 2 on the play.
No, great defense there by Delmar, but a good effort there by Jones to at least get a couple yards out of it. But it brings up a 3rd and long. And
3rd 15.
This is not what the Vikings wanted to be in.
And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. At the F1, your score, Delmar Wildcats 14, the St. Elizabeth Vikings 0. Folks, we're going to take a quick commercial time out, and we'll be back with the second quarter.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts.
And I'm Ronnie Burkle from Papa Grande's.
Come visit us at Papa Grande's in beautiful Fenwick Island, Delaware. See you soon.
At Papa Grande's, we serve fresh, authentic Mexican food with specialties like blackened fish tacos and short rib cheesesteak burritos. We have great nightly specials throughout the second season and serve the best happy hour at the coolest bar every day year-round. We are open 7 days a week, all year long.
Papa Grande's, overlooking the water in beautiful Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out.
And welcome back to Wilmington, Delaware, ladies and gentlemen. We're at Baynard Stadium. And site of a big Division II football game between 2 undefeated teams, the Independent or non-conference St. Elizabeth Vikings and the Delmar Wildcats of the Henlopen South. Ogben's going to roll to the right, drop back, and overthrows his guy. Oh, no, he almost has it broken up by Parsons. Parsons looked like he was going to pick it.
Yes.
And Brooks jumps up and then just
what
runs
an
into
effort
Parsons.
there
Yeah.
by Brooks going up for that ball. He was almost playing the defensive back there.
Right.
And
Parsons like a rock when he
Yes.
runs into him.
Great effort there by Brooks. I like that.
Yeah,
effort.
he didn't give up on the play. On the punt, number 22, Samuel Zanicki, and back for the return is number 7, A.J. Angelo, the quarterback. And your short man there is Trader, so pick your poison. A little bit of a high snap, left foot kicker gets it off, floating end over end. Angelo's going to fair catch it at his own 20, and that's where the Wildcats will take over, 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Yeah, and the Wildcats' offense has been great. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns, both on big plays. So a chance here, 80 yards, starting their own 20 does not affect this offense.
No, absolutely not. Thank you, folks, for joining 302 Sports, your leader in sports coverage here in the state of Delaware. Halftime coming up, we'll have some stats for you over the Arena Deli's halftime statistics. I believe there's Arena's Deli in Newark. Is there?
There
not?
is.
Yeah, they're all over the place now.
Their food is excellent.
Based out of Rehoboth Beach. That's where the first one started. Full house backfield for the Wildcats. And that's going to get a number on them. It's going to be a pickup of about 5 on the play.
And he was tackled by a host of St. Elizabeth's
Yes, he
Vikings.
was. That was number 33, Parsons, on the carry.
And a good effort there by Parsons. He ran hard, and it had to take 4 or 5 Vikings just to corral him and stop his momentum.
Gain of 5 on the play. And Angela getting the signal coming in from the sideline. Second and 5 for the Wildcats at their own 25-yard line. And back to their typical wing T formation. Parsons goes in deep motion. That's going to be Denard, left side, untouched at the second level. Brooks able to trip him up with a touchdown-saving tackle. Big gain by Denard.
Yeah, 26 yards on that run there, Benny, and Brooks made a great diving stop, or he'd probably taken that one to the house.
Yeah, he's 5 shy of 100 already here on 3 carries.
And actually, it's 1 more yard because they're marking it at the 48 now instead of the 49 of St. E's.
Gain of 27 on the carry for Denard. You know, he's a game changer. He's a big time runner. Like we said, 8 touchdowns in the semifinals last year against a good out-of-pond team. I formation. And it's going to be the second man through is Trader. And Trader's going to pick up about a yard. Trader, you know, the backup quarterback, runs hard himself. He's going to give him 2 on play.
Yeah, and last year, like you said, Ben, he had to come in the playoffs.
As a freshman.
And he only beat number 1 DMA.
Right.
And number 2 AI on the road.
And then number, 4, Milford.
In the state championship game, so.
I think by that him and Von Arx were alternating in the finals game. Von Arx was able to come back from his ankle injury. But still, a freshman getting you to the state finals and getting some snaps in that game. You know, his biggest asset for him last year was being a cornerback and a safety.
Right.
So, I formation with Trader as the deep back. And he's going to fake the belly and pass, and just out of the reach of number 82, Isaac Brumley.
I like that play call. You got the ground game going. You fake that dive and try and hit the pass. But great defense there by St. Elizabeth as number 6, Connor Rock, did a good job of not being fooled on the play.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and is it me or does that guy keep moving?
He keeps moving. I mean,
it was 2nd and 8. Now it's 3rd and 9. So I don't know.
I thought so too on the run.
Right.
They spotted the 49 and they moved it up to the 48.
Maybe he's nervous. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have to start looking at the ball because I keep watching the dial marker and it moves on me. So here we go. 3rd and 9. I formation with a wing to the near side. Parsons goes in motion. And it's going to be a quick option to Trader. Trader's got some running room. He's got the first down. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds. At about, let's see where the ref goes, to 29, 20. He's moving to. So that's going to be a gain of about 21.
Yeah, another big run, big play there. But again, they faked the dive and a little pitch to the outside and plenty of running room.
That's going to be another S.C. Doyle general contractor first down. So the ball down at about the 27-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats, and Jason, they're just on another Delmar drive.
Yes, and when I said they took over at their own 20, I said that does not phase this offense. They just continue doing what they do best, run the ball, mix in a pass or two here and there, and they're already moving down the field.
Now they go to the shotgun here on 1st down. Fakes to Denard, and he's got 4 guys out in the pattern. He's going to have to run it because he's under pressure, and that's going to be a sack by that number 58. Jagger Wesley.
Yeah, who we mentioned at the beginning of the game there. He makes the nice sack. But I think every time Delmar has thrown the ball, the pressure has been on. So the Vikings are getting a good pass rush when Delmar is throwing the ball.
Loss of 1 on the play. Brings up a 2nd and 11. And back in the shotgun, we're going to have a St. Elizabeth Vikings timeout. And, folks, we're going to take one with them. Your score, 14-0 here in the second quarter.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, open 7 days a week. Chef Chris Parks is cooking up a beautiful shrimp carbonara. Come enjoy. Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Chef Chris Parks has you covered. Come check us out.
And we're back here at Baynard Stadium in Wilmington, Delaware. Benny Mitchell with Jason Winchell. 8:54 to play here in the second quarter. Delmar on just another Delmar Saturday night drive. They lead 14-0. 2nd and 11 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and this is the last game of the weekend here, Benny.
Yeah, when you play at 7 o'clock in Baynard, you're the weekend cap, aren't you?
Yes.
And it's going to be fake dive to the option. That's going to be Trader in number 3. Jones got the death grip on his jersey and brings him to the turf, but he's going to pick up about 5 on the play.
Yeah, a good job by Jones, like you said. He had the death grip.
Yes, he did.
I thought he was going to get run over there, but he does a great job of hanging on and making the tackle. But again, another big run of 5 yards.
Give me our gain of 6. That's going to bring up our gain of 7. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 4. Ball placed at the 21-yard line for the Wildcats. Power I formation. That's Denard going off the left side on the dive to the left side. He's got yet another touchdown, 21-yard touchdown.
Untouched.
For Denard, absolutely.
Untouched. Great play call, great design, great run. 21 yards, untouched. He did get touched in the end zone, but by that time it's too late.
We're not even midway through the second quarter, and Denard has over 100 yards.
Yeah, he's having one of those big games that he tends to have. And great job by the Delmar offensive line.
Angelo here to hold, and on the kick is Shude. And good snap, places down, kicks up. It's good, 21-0. For Delmar, so we're going to stay right here with the action, 7:55 to play, Jason. It's been all about right now to Sean Denard. 2 touchdowns already. You throw in the touchdown pass from 2 Parsons from Angelo, and Delmar telling everybody they're for real. I think a lot of people still are questioning who they are, but right now here's a 2-0 St. Elizabeth team, and they're up 21-0 early. And Denard is going off the field with some assistance from a coach.
Yeah, it would be something to watch.
He pulled up.
Yeah.
Going across the goal line and watching this kid for 2-3 years, he's not a showboat, so there may be something they're going to attend to.
But Delmar, I think they wanted to come up here, like you said, make a statement.
Right.
Come up here, a road game, last game of the weekend. You're probably going to get everyone out here to watch it. I think it's a great start and showing that their offense is as dangerous as it was. And the defense has given up some yards on a couple of the drives.
And they're a tiny little town, brought a crowd with them. So if you look across
Great
the way,
crowd.
you see a lot of orange and blue over there. Not full, but I remember this is only a school of, less than 600 students.
Yeah, and then you throw in a long drive on a Saturday night.
Yeah, you're not going to get home to probably midnight. So
Yeah.
here we go. Kicking off for Delmar is a shootout. Back deep is number 1 to Jaden and 2 Brooks. Delmar leads 21-0.
Let's see if they go that short kickoff again.
And kicks this one high down to the right side. It's going to be taken by number 6, Connor Rock. And he's got some running room on the right side. And he's going to get it out to about the 34. Was Rock the quarterback last year, or was that a relative?
That was his brother.
Okay. I remember a Rock name.
Speaking of getting hurt, he got hurt in the second game of the season down there.
Right.
Our third week, I think it was third week of the season down at Delmar.
Right.
And missed the rest of his senior season.
So 1st and 10 for the St. Elizabeth Vikings at their own 34-yard line. And they've shown some glimpses of brightness here,
Yes.
Jason. They just haven't been able to put together a drive yet. And credit a lot of that to this Delmar defense.
Yeah, Delmar's defense has been good. The Vikings have got the ground game going sometimes with
We
Jones.
got trips to the left side, and I think we have somebody new in at quarterback, do we not?
Either that or was a direct
Might have been a
shot.
wildcat. Yeah, direct
direct
snap.
shot to Jones.
He picks up about 7 on the play.
Now, Jones did play quarterback last year after Rock got hurt. But he did a lot of that, running out of it.
2nd and 3 at their own 41-yard line. And he's calling the play, so it looks like trying to see where Ogden is here on the sideline next to the coaches.
So maybe they're just trying to get the change the
There you
pace a little bit.
Trips to the right. Jones now in at quarterback. And he's going to go around the right end looking for some running room. Cuts it back up inside. I think he has a first down.
He runs just so hard, Benny, and
Right.
and I like to see that. He gives the extra effort and picks up the key first down here for the Vikings.
That's a S.E. Doyle, general contractor, first down. Ball out to their own 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for St. Elizabeth.
Benny, we keep all talking about this, but this is an important drive for the Vikings. If you could take some time off the clock.
And each one becomes more important.
Yes, and you could get that score.
And St. Elizabeth breaks the huddle. 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. Jones still in at quarterback. Shotgun, trips to the left this time. And his back moves over to that side too. So we got 4 guys, and we're going to have a timeout. And something Coach Doyle didn't like.
That, and I think I saw the line judge back line judge was starting at 5-second count as they got down to the play clock. So
we're going to take a quick timeout, folks. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Your score here: Delmar 21, St. Elizabeth 0.
Congratulations, Dover Federal, on 60 years in business in Delaware.
You've been by our side since our doors opened.
Thank you so much for giving me a call on so many years ago when I had no credit.
You helped our business grow into what it is today.
As a military family, thank you for supporting the financial needs of servicemen and their loved ones.
Happy anniversary, Dover Federal Credit Union.
Happy anniversary, Dover Federal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
Congratulations, Dover
We're
Federal.
back, folks, in Baynard Stadium. Wilmington, Delaware. The Delmar Wildcats, they lead 21-0. 6:25 to play here in this first half. And coming in off the St. Elizabeth's timeout, like you said, it was between not getting lined up correctly and the count was on. So 1st and 10 for the Vikings, and you hate to use that timeout on first down, but Ray Jones takes it around the right side, big hit, and looks like he's going to pick up about 5 on the play.
yeah, but again, a good hit, like you said, a big hit there, and that's how you have to bring Jones down. You have to hit him hard, and but a good pickup by Jones. You get 5 yards a pop, you'll take it.
When I was out at St. Elizabeth, was talking with him on Wednesday afternoon, great kid, and getting ready to take his picture, and he said to me, "Do I need to smile?" And I was like, "Take it any way you want, brother."
Yeah.
And got a big old, as you saw in the picture in the pregame, big old smile from Ray Jones.
Yes.
So here we go, 2nd and 5. Still trips to the left, and I think that's just kind of spread Delmar out a little bit because they haven't even looked to throw the ball yet. He's going to hand it off to number 24, Kalen Gomes, and he's going to pick up about 3 on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 2.
That's the first carry for Gomes, the junior running back, or getting in there with Jones at quarterback gives them a chance to bring in another running back.
So 3rd and 2 for the Vikings.
Now, if you're Delmar defense with Jones in there, do you think he's not going to pass? You can stack the box and look for the run. So,
well, that's what this trip does. It brings it out a little bit. You got Parsons playing right up on the line. He's one of their big hitters. And Jones is going to try to come around this left end, and he's wrapped up by Trader and then a bunch of Wildcats. He might get a yard on the play. It's going to bring out 4th and 1, and I would imagine this is 4-down territory.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right here, Benny. With the trailing 21-0 against a Delmar team that doesn't matter where they have the ball, they're driving and moving the ball. I think you need the first down here.
4th, and it's a long one. Looks like about 1.5 yards for the Vikings. And back comes Noah Ogben, so that's probably going to get us two other backs in the backfield, get a lead blocker.
Like you said, gets them an extra blocker in the backfield for this 1.5 yards.
And I guess I'm wrong because they come back with just a single back. Pistol formation, double wing. And that's going to be off the right side is Jones. And there's a flag on the play, so hold on.
Yeah, right near the area of holding, let's say.
And waiting on the call from the official. Chop block.
Second chop block.
So that's what you call the drive stopper.
Yes. But now you probably will punt.
Yeah, now you're 4th and 16. And that's their second penalty and their second 15-yard penalty. And again, that's on the side that Lily's on. So maybe start paying some focus down there on 73 and see what's happening there. That's 2 calls made on that side of the ball. So that's going to definitely bring up the punting situation as Ogben comes out the punt.
And I saw Coach Dooley asking the referee for the number of his players so he can tell him what he's doing wrong.
4th and 16 for the Vikings. 3:59 to play here. And the clock's running. Back deep is Angelo. And we're going to have another flag on the play. Nice floating and fair catch called by Angelo at his own 36, but we have a flag back here at the line of scrimmage, 2 of them. That means somebody must have been not in the right position, Jason.
Yeah. Probably a legal motion, or did Delmar jump?
And they're going to call it a legal motion.
Yep. And for Delmar, let's see what they do if they make St. E's kick again. They got pretty good field.
Yeah, they're at their own 41.
I might just decline it, but we'll see. It looks like they're moving them back. No?
Well, they're talking to Coach Hearn right now.
Yeah.
So they're going to get the 5 yards off the return.
Right.
And move the ball up to the 41.
I think that's the right call.
So Delmar now at their own 41 with 3:44 to play here in the half and a 21-0 lead.
And plenty of time for this Delmar offense as they're moving down the field quickly tonight, thanks to the big plays.
Right. We get a 60-yard run, a 21-yard run, and a 40-yard pass. So the Wildcats come to the ball, shotgun formation with 2 backs and 2 split ends. And Angelo's going to roll right, and he's got a man open. He completes it to number 28, Dante Hayward. Pickup of about 9 on the play.
Yeah, last time they tried to run that play, the pressure was on, and they weren't able to complete it there. Nicely done I like that formation. It gets that receiver in the motion of coming across and making the pass, and a nice gain there on first down.
Gain of 8. Making a 2nd and 2 for the Wildcats. Wildcats big at the tackles, not so much at the guards and center, but those guards, when they run that wing tee, they get out and make blocks. And that's going to be off the left side on the double dive is Trader, and he breaks 2 tackles, and he's going to race to the end zone, but Jones wraps him up around the shoulder pads and brings him down at about the 5-yard line.
Yeah, good effort there by Jones, not giving up and not let that be a touchdown, but another big run there by Trader.
About a 44-yard run?
Yes, 44 yards. And Delmar's in the red zone again.
And we're in the Lasher's Barbecue red zone for the first time tonight.
Yes.
First time tonight in the red zone. Thank you to Lasher's Barbecue.
That's some good food, isn't it, Benny?
Oh, have you been down there, Long Neck Road?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it is. Go to a Sussex Central game because they'll be there. Here we go.
All right.
First and goal from the 6, maybe the 7. I formation, and that's going to be option play. Angelo's going to keep it, tries to run him over, and does. Touchdown. The quarterback, A.J. Angelo.
Strong running. Like you said, he ran him over, gets the touchdown. Another touchdown for this Delmar offense. They're pouring it on here in the first half.
So on the kick is a shooter. The holder is Angelo. I wonder where Angelo gets his break.
Yeah.
He
plays both sides.
And special teams.
And special teams.
Snap holds good, kicks up. And it's good, 28-0, folks. We're going to take a quick commercial timeout with 2:20 left to play in the first half. Delmar 28, St. Elizabeth 0.
Began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 homebuyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time homebuyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today.
And we're back to Baynard Stadium here in Wilmington, Delaware. As the Delmar Wildcats, we said in the pregame, they're split. The town of Delmar is split right down Main Street, half Maryland, half Delaware. And it's the most southern point you can get in Delaware. And we're up here at Baynard off Concord Pike, so you don't get much further than up.
No.
Maybe Friends. I don't know, is Concord above Friends? We're up in that area. But
Concord's a little bit above here, but
I would say we're probably a stone's throw away from with a cutoff man to the state line.
Yeah.
28-0.
Delmar.
For Delmar.
Yep. I know a perfect first half by this Delmar Wildcats team. Like we said, I think they wanted to come out here and prove that they're deserving of the top ranking here.
2:20 to go as the shooter kicks it off, and he kicks a line drive down the middle of the field. Big bounce picked up by number 46. Or it must be 44, Sailor. And he's going to be pulled down at about the 38, his own 38.
Sure.
That was number 42. I'm sorry, Jackson Eckhart.
He showed great hands there, too. That ball bounced on him, and he fielded it. And
He's like a third baseman.
Yeah, good job of getting up there. But the
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
2:12 left here in the second quarter.
Ogden back in at quarterback.
Probably see him throw a couple times.
Take a couple chances here. Vikings a little confused getting lined up. They go trips to the right. Ogden going to roll right. He's got some pressure from the backside and completes it to Brooks. And he's got some running room and the first down. That's a S.E. Doyle, general contractor, first down, 12-yard pitch and catch, his first completion of the night.
Yeah, good job. Time to get your first completion here. And he hits Brooks, and Brooks is able to run for a few extra yards after the catch to complete the first down. And that's a good drive start here for St. Elizabeth. See if it gives their quarterback some confidence here.
Ball right at midfield. First down and 10 for St. Elizabeth. Trips to the left this time. Ogben takes the snap, rolls to his left, looking downfield. He's got a man open. It's Brooks. And they're going to say that was trapped on the ground. Parsons, quick recovery, quick hands to get to that ball when it went off Brooks' fingertips.
Yeah, and it was pleading his case that he caught that ball, but the refs were right on top of it and said it hit the ground. But, again, great defense as he was right there.
And Parsons reacted very quickly to the tip.
Right there. The old tip drill, Benny.
That's right. But that one, man, that went south fast.
Yes.
Second and 10. And we got trips to the left. Brooks in the backfield. Or excuse me, that's Jones. And got a short roll to his left. And under pressure, and throws high again, but it's brought down. Gain of about a yard by Brooks.
What a great catch there by Brooks. That throw was high, and he went up and grabbed it, went up the ladder, and makes it at least a yard gain.
So it was a yard, so it's going to be up a 3rd and 9.
And I just want to say, Jones took on 2 Delmar players back there in the backfield and bought his quarterback a few extra seconds.
3rd and 9 for the Vikings. They go trips to the right. Ogben stretches it out and then hit and throws out of bounds. Hit by number 43, Trent Kemp.
Yeah, I thought that ball got over the track and almost into the stands there.
I'm watching this Vikings offense right now, and 89, Luke Schiavone he's kind of being ignored here on this backside at tight end. But he's been running just some arrows and straight down the field. He cuts across with a drag. Short roll, he might have another option.
Right.
But so far, they've been playing 4 or 5 yards off of him. So Ogben comes back. 4th and 9, 43 seconds to play. And there's your draw play or your screen play. Nothing there. And that's going to be turnover on downs. 39 seconds to play. Delmar's going to take over at their own 49.
Yeah, their own 49. Up 28-0. We'll see what they decide to do here, Benny, whether they do have a few timeouts left.
They were in the same exact situation against Cape and Lopen, and they went for the 35 points. They ended up not getting it.
Right.
But I expect to see them throw the ball down the field here as Angelo comes back in. Get to that magical 35 if you get home a little earlier possible.
Right. It's, like you said, a long drive for them.
So, Angelo, there you go, trips to the right. And you got 2 receivers out to this side. He's got him punched off, so he's not covered. Open, empty backfield. Angelo short throw at Trader's feet. Let's bring up a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, the Vikings got good pressure up the middle that time. Forced that bad throw. And
now, they did this against Cape, and Cape did the same thing. Cape played soft in the secondary, and they were never able to score. So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
Delmar all looking at their wristbands.
Yes, they are. And they come back to 2 backs in the backfield. Oh, it's going to be a little shovel pass to Trader. And he's going to get it out to about the 44. Pickup of 7 on the play. Timeout, Delmar. And we're going to stay right here with the action, folks.
And I like that call, a little shovel pass. They've had success running the ball in the inside on the delay. So I like the shovel pass there. And
plus it gives you a completion in 7 yards passing, right?
Yep.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 3 here for the Wildcats on their timeout. And 24 seconds left to play. So imagine we'll see them go for the first down here. They have all their timeouts. St. Elizabeth had to burn a couple with getting out of the huddle late and during that when they ran with Jones at quarterback.
Yes. And Delmar just taking their first timeout now, so they have 2 left.
Yeah, last night when we were doing we had some 2-0 versus 2-0s. We had some 1-1s, and I was telling Jim Tack, my broadcast partner, last night, week 3, statement week. You're getting ready to go into your conference schedule. This is the week you're playing your last non-conference games. You got to let people know who you are. You got to make that statement to head down there because we're almost to halfway of the season.
Yeah.
We're at the halfway point of the first half.
Right.
So.
And like you said, it's a statement week, right? Like you said, last week, normally the non-conference before you get into it, and you want to make a statement. And we saw a couple statement games last night.
I formation, double dive, Trader off the left side. He's got some running room. Got a blocker out in front of him. That's Parsons. Tries to cut it back in, and he's going to go down at about the 15-yard line. So that's a gain of 36.
So that's another big run for Trader. He's got to be getting close to 100 yards also, Benny. And that play just seems to be working all night for them for huge chunks of yardage.
We'll make that gain of 26. My math isn't that good. It's a gain of 26. Delmar calls another timeout. Just like I said, they're going to go for that 35 points. So when that ball gets kicked off that tee, the clock's running for the rest of the second half. Oh, and folks, we are in the Lasher's Barbecue red zone again.
Yes.
Thank you, Pat Garriantes, for reminding me about that. I missed it. In the red zone. We haven't been in the red zone much because the Wildcats have been running through it.
Yeah, big plays. But the last 2 times they had the ball, they've been in the red zone.
And when we talk about Lasher's Barbecue, Jason, I found out this summer that I have an addiction to pit beef that I'm ready to tell everybody. They have the best pit beef sandwiches. That's the only thing I've eaten so far. I haven't even gotten to the chicken and the pork and all that stuff. So here we go, off the timeout at the St. Elizabeth 16-yard line with 11 seconds to play. Trips to the right with a receiver to the far side. Angelo with a back in the backfield. He drops back, lets it rip. It's an look in by Parsons, catches it about the 9.
They're probably
going to take their last time out.
They're going to have to use the last time out because it's not enough for the first down yardage.
Gain of 7. And that's going to brings to 4 seconds to probably the last play of the game. And they have a field goal kicker, but field goal doesn't get you to 35. So the ball's at the 9-yard line, 2nd and 4.
So this pass has to go, or this play has to go to the end zone.
That's right.
4 seconds, no timeouts left. A big play call here by both teams.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, Delmar wants to get the 35, and St. E's wants to prevent them. And also,
it's St. E's, and you're on the 9. They've not completed a pass. Well, they had to complete the one, the big 40-yarder. But other than that, on these short passes, it's been 6 to 8.
Yes.
I wonder if we don't see maybe a reverse or a pitch or something here by the Wildcats. We'll see. They bring it out. Let's see what formation they line up in. And they're going to bring 2 backs in the backfield. Now they're going to go trips to the bunch to the short side. And he's looking into that one receiver. He's got it. That's Covington. Touchdown. 9-yard strike.
Yeah, a little slant pattern there, Benny. And what a throw. Right on the money. A great pattern. And now the kick can make it that 35-point mark.
So time is expired as we come on for the kick, and this is to make it 35. This is 34. Right now, 34-0 as we're getting ready to go to the end of the half. On the kick is a Shude. High snap, and he's going to try to run it, little guy, and he's just going to get rid of it. Knocks it down. Great play by Brooks. So I don't know if I jinxed him talking about this gets you to 35, but that seems what happens. So, Jason, we're going to do some math, folks. We're going to take a couple timeouts and a little break, and we'll be back with the halftime stats brought to you by Arenas Deli. And we'll be right back, folks, after this commercial timeout.
too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust.
Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroupre.com. Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create.
Camera of Sodell Concepts. We have 8 locations, a catering company and a food truck right here on the Culinary Coast in southern Delaware, and we'd love to see you at one of our locations. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue in downtown Rehoboth, serving homemade pasta. Papa Grande's in downtown Rehoboth. Our treetop deck has the best happy hour around. And Matt's Fish Camp, located on Route 1 in North Bethany Beach, your classic seafood shack. At Sodell, we believe in beautiful, simple food and making the world a better place. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer of Sodell. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts.
And I'm Danae from Matt's Fish Camp.
Come check us out.
Matt's Fish Camp is the small local fish joint with 2 locations on Coastal Highway in North Bethany Beach and Lewis, where we serve up traditional coastal fare and a casual atmosphere with house specialties like colossal crab cakes, lobster rolls, and fried Ipswich clams, along with crowd pleasers like fish and chips, fried shrimp, and a daily selection of fresh caught fish. Matt's Fish Camp, serving up lunch and dinner 7 days a week, all year.
Locations in Bethany Beach and Lewis, Delaware. See you soon. Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts.
And I'm Ronnie Burkle from Papa Grande's.
Come visit us at Papa Grande's in beautiful Fenwick Island, Delaware. See you soon.
At Papa Grande's, we serve fresh, authentic Mexican food with specialties like blackened fish tacos and short rib cheesesteak burritos. We have great nightly specials throughout the second season and serve the best happy hour at the coolest bar every day year-round. We are open 7 days a week, all year long.
Papa Grande's, overlooking the water in beautiful Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer.
Okay, we're back, folks, in Wilmington, Delaware, in Baynard Stadium. Benny Mitchell and Jason Winchell here with the halftime stats brought to you by Arena's Deli. Arena's Deli, I believe 6 locations. The main locations in Rehoboth Beach, a couple of them there, the airport in Georgetown, Milford, and I believe Newark. Is it on Main Street, or is that
yes,
Newark? On Main Street in Newark.
Yep.
So location up here for you folks upstate to Arena's Deli, a long time staple in Rehoboth Beach. Jason, let's talk about the halftime stats. Score 34-0. Obviously, Delmar dominating on the ground as Tayshawn Denard, 4 carries, 108 yards, 2 touchdowns. We haven't seen him since we talked about him limping off the field. But, a 60-yard touchdown run with 3 broken tackles and a 21-yard touchdown untouched.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about Denard.
Yeah, he had a great 4 carries over 100 yards. I mean, that's averages over 25 a carry,
right,
which is big. And when he was touched, he broke tackles.
Right.
But he also had a lot of opening holes where he was run untouched. And what a great first half.
It carries of 9, 60, 27, and 21.
Yes.
Number 6, Dante Trader, 7 carries, 110 yards. Hasn't gotten in the end zone yet, but he's another one. He runs just like Denard. He's been more of stepping out of tackles because nobody's been able to really square him up yet. He's been run out of bounds each time.
Yeah, he's shifty.
Right.
He's a shifty runner, and he's done a great job of avoiding the St. Elizabeth's defense. He's had a couple long runs where they tackled him before he could get to the end zone, but a great first half and a great compliment to Denard's running.
And let's talk about this quarterback, A.J. Angelo. What a game he's having. 5 of 8 for 71 yards. He's throwing for 2 touchdowns. One was the 40-yard strike to Parsons down the middle of the field on the first score. And then right there at the end of the half, as he hits Covington on a slant pattern for a 9-yard touchdown strike. But he's looked good. He's comfortable in the pocket. He's had a couple high throws, but mostly he's hitting his mark when he throws it.
Yeah, and he's had pressure on him, which makes that 5 for 8 even better. He's done a good job of handling the pressure St. E's has put on him. And that drive right there at the end of the half, they got the ball with 40-some seconds left and had to go 49 yards. And he did a great job of working the drive, taking the completions that St. E's was giving them, and not try to hit anything.
Key to that, when I say 5 completions, 5 different receivers.
Right.
So he's found 5 different receivers. So he's checking down. He's finding the open man, and that's why he's 5 of 8 for 71 yards, 2 touchdowns. For St. Elizabeth, the bright spot's been Ray Jones, 10 carries, 78 yards. That's not a bad night in the first half himself. Almost 8 yards per carry. They just, their biggest key has been the 2 chop block penalties. One was a first down. I believe both happened on first downs. 2, they back him up 15 yards, and one backs him up on a 4th and 1.
Right, and that was the one right there that before Delmar's 4th touchdown drive. So it's 21-0 at that time. He gets that first down, and I believe he took the ball down to the Delmar 30, so they would have been in business, and that penalty backs them up. Now they have to punt, and you get that Delmar offense the ball back, and they were the only 2 penalties I remember, 2 of the bigger penalties in the first half. In fact, I don't even know if Delmar had a penalty in the first half.
They did not. Jason, let's talk a little bit about some defensive stats. Who are the guys shining on the defensive side of the ball tonight?
Yeah, and for unbelievable Delmar defense, it's been Lilly. He's been unstoppable. He has 5 tackles in the first half, and I believe he's the reason for those 2
chop blocks. They've been on his side of the field.
On his side of the field.
So throw in his tackles and 2 15-yard penalties against him.
Yeah, and St. E's is trying to run the ball to the other side of the field from him. On the Vikings side, Jones, we talked about the great offensive numbers, 4 tackles and 2 pass breakups on the defensive end of the ball. So very nice job by him on the defensive end. But
this is my first time broadcasting St. E's, and I come up there. I've seen what Delmar. I know what Denard's going to do. I know what Trader. I know what Angelo's going to do. I know what Lily's going to do. But Jones is coming as advertised. They might be down 34-0, but Jones is having a good game here for St. Elizabeth.
Yeah, he is, and he shows his ability to run. And we also saw him run the quarterback there for that one drive.
Right.
He did that last year. I said when Connor Rock got hurt, he played quarterback the rest of the year. And ran the Wildcat a lot. So successful first half for him on both sides of the ball, and I think you'll see him run hard here in the second half.
I imagine when we come back out, when Delmar gets the ball, it'll be double dive for the rest of the night, try to get that next touchdown and put this thing into the running clock. For St. Elizabeth to get back. And we saw this in the opening week. They came out, they got to that 35 in the second half, and then Cape throws a 99-yard touchdown pass and gets the clock back to normal. So I think Delmar's going to do a little bit better this time of not relaxing if they get to that 35 points. I imagine that's what we're going to see. We're going to see ground control or ball control, pound and ground, and Delmar get to the 35.
And they've had success running the ball, so why not continue doing it until the Vikings can stop it?
Folks, we have about 4.5 minutes left in the half. We're going to go to some commercial timeouts when we come back. Second half football, Delmar 34, St. E 0. Ready for the second half, folks.
60 years in business in Delaware.
You've been by our side since our doors opened.
Thank you so much for giving me a call on so many years ago when I had no credit.
You helped our business grow into what it is today.
As a military family, thank you for supporting the financial needs of servicemen and their loved ones.
Happy anniversary, Dover Federal Credit Union.
Happy anniversary, Dover Federal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
Congratulations, Dover Federal, on 60 years in business in Delaware.
And welcome back to Wilmington, Delaware, Baynard Stadium. I'm Benny Mitchell with Jason Winchell. Just about a minute to go left here in the halftime, and Delmar back on the field. They will get the ball to start the second half. And like I said, we're probably going to see dive, double dive, option, maybe some quarterback keeper to get themselves to that 35. First, before we get into the second half here, Jason, I want to thank Mike Lang on the sideline tonight, our sideline reporter, and he's updating us with some stats. Pat Garriantes with the producing tonight. Nick Halliday with the field camera, and
Len Evans.
Len Evans, that's right. Len Evans is up top on the main camera. Forgot about Len. Out of sight, out of mind. How about that? So let's get ready to talk second half action. Delmar with the ball. We think here, Jason, 6-7 minute drive or a long run and get them in there and get this clock running.
Yeah, and like you said, it's going to be a lot of dive plays, a lot of other running plays, maybe an option or two, and just go right down the field. And like you said, a long drive will help. And then if they can punch it in, their running clock starts.
So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Delmar gets the ball. Here come the St. Elizabeth Vikings on to kick it off. They trail 34-0. So, they have DMA next week.
Yeah, the DMA. Then they go Glasgow on the road, and then they're back home here against Friends. So 3 of the next 4 all at home. And Archmere after that, and Archmere is a good team. So 3 of them are here, with the exception of the Glasgow game. So we'll find out real quickly how they are.
Well, we've talked about this week being a statement week, and some people may still be skeptical of Delmar because of the blowout. But they have next week. They start conference play with Indian River, then they go to Arcadia, and then Lake Forest. So they have one more. Non-conference game before they hit their conference. Well, a conference game and then one more non-conference.
And I thought Lake Forest had a great effort at AI, kept that score respectable until a couple late AI touchdowns.
Angelo takes the kick at about his own 25-yard line. He cuts it back inside to about the 35. That's where Delmar will start their drive, 1st and 10. And 14-12. You make one of those, at least a 2-point conversion. You're tied up with Friends in the opening.
Yes.
Week.
I was impressed by that game too, because we found out yesterday that Friends is a good Division II team.
Yes, they are. The biggest thing about Friends is they're disciplined.
Yes.
What they don't do a lot, but what they do well. We saw a quarterback that could, he threw the ball at 8 of 16, so he didn't try to overextend himself, and then had a great running game. I formation, and there it is up the middle. That's number 28, Taquan Denard, and he's going to pick up about 8 on the play.
And there was that run up the middle that we were talking about, right up the middle for a nice gain on first down.
2nd and 2 for Delmar. And in recent years, Delmar has a lot of success here in Baynard Stadium.
Yeah, they have, and like you said, the most famous one was here last year in the playoffs against the number 1 seed DMA.
2nd and 8 for the Wildcats. And it's going to be Trader off the right side. He's got some running room. He's got the first down, and he's going to pick up about 4 on the play. Make it 6 for Denard. For Trader.
And
funny story last year talking about the trips up here for Delmar. The owner of 3-2 Sports, Nick Halliday, asked Dave Hearn after they won the state title, hey, Coach, this is after the game. He said, can you come up to our show on Wednesday night? And after we get this plug, get back to Hearn's comment. So 1st and 10 at the St. Elizabeth's 48. Full house backfield. And that's going to be a little counter play with Parsons, hit by number 55. Thomas, let me get this right, Zatalava. Gain of 3 on the play for Parsons. Anyhow, it was right after the state championship game, and he looked at Nick and said, I'll be happy to come. Can I just have 1 week off? We've made 3 trips to Wilmington in the last 3 weeks.
Right.
So they were road weary at the end of last season, having to go to Baynard, then AI DuPont, and then University of Delaware.
And 9-1 record last year, won the Henlopen South, and were the 8th seed.
And had not they won that last game, they would have not been in the playoffs, state champs. Dive up the middle. Oh, it's double dive. And he's going to pick up, call it 3 on the play.
Jones stuck his head in there and made a great tackle.
And we have not seen Denard
since when
we saw him limp off the field.
Yeah.
3rd and 5.
And of course, it was 21-0 at the time, Benny. So
we'll give him a pickup of 2.
Kind of what we expected here at Delmar in the second half.
High formation, and that's going to be a dive. Oh, it breaks the tackle, steps over another one, and it's a race. And just pulled down by number 7, Sean Baker. That's number 28, Taquan Denard.
Yeah, another great run. Second effort, broke a couple tackles, and another big game for Delmar.
About a 20-yard carry for Denard.
Seems like they're hitting them on that dive play all night.
Ball spotted at the 22-yard line. First and 10 for the Delmar Wildcats. Single back, double wing. And there's Denard as he goes in motion. There's a toss to Denard, but he's trapped in the backfield, and he's going to lose about 3 on the play. So he checks back in, gets that deep toss, and loses 3.
Yeah, great defense there by the Vikings. We saw them on the first play hold Delmar to a negative run, and that's probably the first one since then.
That's right, you're right, yeah. So loss of 2 on the play, 2nd and 12.
Kind of what we expected here with this Delmar drive, taking some time off the clock and moving down the field.
5 carries, and he has a loss on that play, and he's still over 100 yards. He's a load. He's lined up in the eye at the fullback position is Denard, 2nd and 12. And it's going to be an option. Angelo tucks it. Oh, nice pitch. And Trader's going to step out of bounds at the 1.
What a pitch, Al.
Yes, it was.
What a pitch.
He had number 1 between them. Cameron DeChaden was between the quarterback and the pitch man, and he just threw it, he pitched it right over his head, and Denard pulls it down, takes it down to the 1. Trader takes it down to the 1. Wow.
Yeah, what a job.
21-yard carry for Trader. That brings up a first down in the red zone. Lasher's Barbecue, red zone. And we'll see how long we're here with the ball sitting on the 1 because Delmar doesn't go backwards very often.
No, they do not. Just twice.
And they got both Denard and Trader in the backfield. So they want to get this touchdown here and get it to that running clock. It's going to be Denard left side, and he's going to take a man in the end zone with him. Touchdown, Delmar, 40-0. Number 22 makes the tackle, Janecki, but Denard just carries him in.
Yeah, and there you go. The strength of Denard carries him into the end zone
for his third touchdown of the night.
And now that gets that running clock.
So on the kick with less pressure this time, and I'm not gonna jinx him this time. The kick is up, and it's good. 41-0 for the Delmar Wildcats, folks. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back.
It's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust.
And we're back, folks. Delmar 41, St. Elizabeth 0. And the Wildcats set to kick off. Delmar hasn't lost since the second game of last season, and that's a game where they had 2 quarterbacks go down in that game and had a fullback just take safe snaps. And the kick is low and off to the side. It's going to be illegal procedure. And we'll see if the Vikings take it. I believe at the 35?
I believe it's the 35 because in high school they kick at the 40.
Right.
And that looks like what they're going to do.
Yep. So it'll be 1st and 10 for St. Elizabeth. And it looks like we have a Delmar timeout. Strange with a running clock. But
Yeah.
Maybe going to sub some people in. 5:57 to play here. So they took off half the quarter
Yes.
to score the touchdown to put them in the running clock. And now they're on timeout. So I imagine they're probably going to be making some changes here, getting some guys on the field. He's got the entire team huddled up. So I haven't seen any chippiness or anything, so maybe it's just some discussion of how we're going to finish this. They've been here once this year and got lit up a long touchdown and got put back under, but the starters are going back on the field. So interesting time out there. Looks like they're starting to mix them in. I see Lily's back out there.
I see Lily
now
out
Trader
there.
comes off. And we have another whistle. So the clock will run on the snap. And here we go. 5:57 on the snap. Clock will start. Pistol formation. Motion goes to the near side, and that's going to be, looks like number 24, Kalen Gomes. And he's going to pick up, looks to be about 6 on the play.
A good run there by Gomes. He's getting some time here in this one, and he picks up a nice gain there on 1st down. And if you're the Vikings, you're down 41-0 in this running clock, but you still want to execute your game plan.
We talk a lot about Lilly and what he does. Their nose guard, number 55, Jamar Cuffey, only a sophomore, and he takes up some space and usually takes a couple linemen with him.
Yes.
And
notice that
you'll watch him. He'll push some people back into the backfield.
And they've had some pressure.
2nd and 4 for the Vikings. Motion comes to this side, and it's going to be again number 24 Gomes, and looking to break a tackle, but does not. Brings him down. Tackle made by number 11, Rajay Allen, but he's going to pick up about 7 on the play.
Yeah, so a couple carries here for.
And it brings up an S.C. Doyle 1st down. Go ahead.
Gomes here in the second half. 2 nice runs.
Ball across midfield at the Delmar 49. 1st and 10 for the Vikings. And a pistol with a double wing. Motion coming to the near side. And it's going to be Gomes again. He goes in sideways through the hole. The ball's on the ground, but I think they're going to say he was down by contact.
Yeah, I think they're saying he was down.
Gain of 2.
Yeah.
And he's slow getting up. So as he went down, he took a couple big hits going down. And that's kind of how Delmar tackles. They tackle when they gang tackle and they hit. And so the clock does stop on the injury. The trainer out to assess the injury. 41-0 here, folks, at Baynard Stadium in Wilmington. I'm Benny Mitchell with Jason Winchell. The last high school game of the weekend.
Yeah, and there were some interesting games. You had a good one last night. Friends and Woodbridge.
Woodbridge won on a field goal with a minute to go, or less than a minute to go.
And
I was glad to see Bob Tattersall was on the sideline. Son Rob was running the show, but Coach Tattersall was there. 51st season, as we know, had quadruple bypass surgery in the summer. So glad to see him back and hope he gets healthy or continues to get healthy. Here goes motion. And it looks like they're going to throw. He's got a man on the slant and drops it. That's number 89, Luke Schiavone.
Yeah, good pattern there, slant, good throw. Just unfortunately, he could not hold on to the ball, but a well-designed play. We haven't seen too many slant runs here by
And he's been a guy we talked about in the first half to was Bing and Norden. They played him soft there, too. So 3rd and 8 for St. Elizabeth. Clock running down under 3:45 to play in the third quarter.
And people, don't be fooled by Woodbridge's 1-2 record. Losses,
Not at all.
Losses to Dover and Friends.
Big game. We'll talk about their big game next week that we're going to cover. And he's going to, almost picked off and then almost caught.
Yes.
But hits the ground, incomplete. That's going to bring up 4th and 9. Be down to Laurel next week, 7:30 kickoff, 7 o'clock pregame show. Myself and Jim Tack. We got the Woodbridge Blue Raiders coming to Laurel, and what a lot of people probably looked and said, that's not much of a game. Not so fast.
Right.
2-1 Laurel, 1-2 Woodbridge. Woodbridge's state tournament hopes may have started, after that game the other night. They're going to, it's hard to get in at 7-3 in Division II.
Yeah, and even with the extra 2 teams in Division II, it's still, a lot of points. At 7-3 last year, 9-1 was the 8th seed.
Yeah, we got another flag on the punt. Rolls down inside the 20, down to about the 15, where the Vikings will down it, but bring it back. We have a flag back here at the line of scrimmage, and it's on both sides. Obviously, they saw the same thing.
Yeah, we saw this, I think, earlier, illegal formation.
Yeah, that's what we got. It might be rebutting this one. Well, no, the offense is going on the field down there at 15.
He's probably saying, I'll take the 5 yards from there. Let's keep this
That's
clock.
Right. Put it at the 20. So that's next week's Friday Night Henlopen Conference game of the week. Woodbridge Blue Raiders at the Laurel Bulldogs. What do we have up north next week, Jason?
Yeah, up north we have the 1290 302 Sports game of the week right back here as DMA comes and faces DMA, who this is also their home field, but next week they will be the visitors as St. Elizabeth's the home team, and that's Friday night, 7 o'clock. Tune in. And I believe we might see those 2 teams Wednesday night on our show. 302 Sports Weekly this week.
So here we go. Trader now coming in at quarterback. I formation. And that's going to be the second man through. Double dive, number 16, Niger Gaines. And he's going to get it out to about the 43-yard line.
I'm just impressed with the speed of these Delmar players, Benny.
Okay.
They take that and then just run, and you're not touched until they're 15, 16 yards down the field.
Gain of 22. Brings up a S.E. Doyle first down. S.E. Doyle, general contractor, your one-stop shop for all your contracting needs. They are based out of Camden, Delaware, but they will do work in Wilmington and all the way down in Sussex County. They're all over the state. S.E. Doyle, general contractor. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. And that time's going to be the first man through on the dive. And when this pile clears, we'll see if we'll get a number as Delmar's starting to put some fresh legs in.
Absolutely. Kind of what we expected here. I'm sure St. E's
number
doing
36, Dante Handy. Pickup of 3 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Delmar's going to take all the time in the huddle.
Yeah, they are. I formation for the Wildcats. And that's going to be an option to number 4, Jalen Warner. And he is hit by number 50. Is that a 6 or a 5? That's number 55, Jager Wesley. Gain of 2 on the play.
Oh, what a hit.
Yeah, welcome to the game. Brings up 3rd and 5 for the Wildcats. 25 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Full house backfield on 3rd and 5. And it's going to be, that's a face mask.
Yes. You're going to see every referee through
number 21, gain of 5 on the play. And he's going to get 15 more.
Yeah, and this has been the key all night. Vikings have had some some of these 15-yard penalties, whereas Delmar has stayed penalty-free. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Well, that was a small man coming through there, so that may have been all he could grab just to get a hold of. And that's going to be the end of the fourth quarter, folks. We're going to turn it around. 41-0. Delmar leads St. Elizabeth. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter.
Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hatley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroupre.com.
And folks, we're back at Baynard Stadium in Wilmington, Delaware, as my roster just went out the window.
That was
Hold on.
You're gonna get
Sorry,
it back.
folks. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you to the gentleman that took my roster to the top of the head, and then luckily it's only cardboard. So anyways, back to action. They put the ball on the ground. I want to see when they blow this whistle. A couple weeks ago, they put it on a tee and blew the whistle. So I believe this should start on the snap, I would think.
That'd be my guess, but.
And I am correct. This clock did not start. So 1st and 10 at the 32 are the Wildcats. I formation. And that's second man through on the double dive. Again, that's number 16, Najir Gaines. And he's going to pick up about, call it 3 on the play.
And number 1, Cameron Chaden with the tackle. The senior.
2nd and 7 for the Wildcats. As we alluded to earlier, we're in the running clock as the once they get to 35, the clock runs, except for timeouts and injury. So now in at quarterback, number 3, Mark Oakley. So our third quarterback of the night, he hands off to number 30.
And a whole bunch of
Dante
offensive
Hayward.
linemen coming in.
No gain on the play.
And you'll probably see this with Delmar, just mixing and matching, getting some players in there.
3rd and 7 for the Wildcats. At the end of the game, we will pick an Active Pest Solutions Pest of the Game and also the Louis Pizza Player of the Game. So 2 awards here at the end of the night. Wildcats come to the ball with Oakley under center. Oakley, a freshman, getting his first varsity action. And that's going to be number 36. Breaks 2 tackles. 36. Dante Handy breaks a couple tackles and goes in, 29 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah, he showed his strength there. He broke 2 tackles, ran hard, and goes in the end zone and gives Delmar another touchdown of more than 20 yards.
Only a junior. So Delmar, quite a stable at running back.
Yes.
Yeah, when I say stable, man, they got some horses in it.
Yeah.
Stable's the correct word for them. I think we've seen about 10 different people touch the ball. So Shitty on to kick. And he gets it up, and it's right down the middle. He splits it. So we're going to take a quick 30-second timeout, folks. Your score with 9:39 to play here in the fourth quarter. Delmar 48, St. Elizabeth 0. Folks, we'll be right back.
Concepts. We have 8 locations, a catering company and a food truck right here on the Culinary Coast in southern Delaware, and we'd love to see you at one of our locations. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue in downtown Rehoboth, serving homemade pasta. Papa Grande's in downtown Rehoboth. Our treetop deck has the best happy hour around. And Matt's Fish Camp, located on Route 1 in North Bethany Beach, your classic seafood shack. At Sodell, we believe in beautiful, simple food and making the world a better place. See you soon.
And we're back, folks, in Baynard Stadium in Wilmington, Delaware. Benny Mitchell with Jason Winchell here on 302 Sports. Covering Delaware, literally from Delmar to Wilmington, from state line to state line. 302 Sports, your place to go for high school sports in Delaware. And, hey, on Wednesday nights, we'll give you some college information, let you know what our college guys are doing now. And while we talk about Wednesday night, this Wednesday night we start our new series of shows at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, I can't wait, Benny. That's going to be a great night for us. Come on out Wednesday night.
Absolutely.
Come on out. The food's great. You can ask us questions, and we'll provide answers for you, and you get to see what our show is all about. We will have some live guests there this week, too.
And when we say Buffalo Wild Wings, that means all of them, folks. So we'll be hitting some Kent County down there in Dover. And I know we have at least 1, maybe 2 shows coming to the Rehoboth Beach Buffalo Wild Wings late in the season this year. So here we go. Delmar on to kick it off. They lead 48-0. And it's a high, deep kick. Taken out about the 11. That's Brooks. Looks inside, cuts back to the outside. Darts back into the middle, and there's just a gang of Wildcats there to tackle him.
Yeah, Brooks has showed his shiftiness today, also running, and had a couple of nice receptions where he went up to get the ball. So I've been impressed by Brooks tonight.
And one thing I've noticed here, Jason, this game, we're in a 48-0 game. We're in a blowout, and sportsmanship has been at a high level. We have had, like I said, earlier on, when he brought his team together, we've had no problems all night long, and we're in a blowout game. So kudos to both staffs and both teams and both schools for showing sportsmanship at a high level here tonight in Wilmington.
Yes.
1st and 10 from their own 30. Here come the Vikings. The Vikings now under the Marvin Dooley hour. Marvin Dooley came from William Penn. He was the head coach of William Penn for years, also a William Penn alum. Here we go, pistol formation, motion with Brooks. And Ogben's in trouble in the backfield, brought down by number 77 with the sack, Christopher Force. Loss of about, let's see where they end up. No, I guess no loss on the play. He got back to the original. And as I said that, he moved the ball.
I was going to say.
2, 3, 4. All right, loss of 4 on the play.
I was going to say, it looked like a sack from up here.
Right.
Great defense by Delmar. They continue to bring the pressure.
And that's Brooks off the left side, and he's going to gain about a yard maybe.
Yeah, great. Again, Delmar, it's bringing the defense. Brooks had a great first half. Takes the run there on the outside and just it looks like he might have picked up 2 on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and long for the Vikings.
3rd and 11. So I guess we'll have to give him a pick up of 3. Didn't look like he got that far, but
no.
So 3rd and 11 for the Vikings.
And the Vikings, you want to show Dooley that you're playing hard here to the final whistle and try and get some positive plays here.
It looked like Brooks was going to take the direct snap on the jet sweep, and it bounced back to Ogben. He gets out to about the 40. I think he got the first down. Big hit as he runs over number 16. Gaines.
Yeah, good hard running there by Brooks after he takes the catch out of the backfield.
Gain of
a little
12.
Screen pass and gets that first down for the Vikings. And that's what
it
you
looked
like
like
to
he
see.
was taking that snap
yes.
as he ran by, but it just got caught up in the air. It bounced back to Ogden, fortunately, and then bounded back to him, and he just took off with it. First and 10, and we're at SC Doyle first down. Yeah, throw out 2, and they're going to set it as incomplete. He was close to that lateral line, but Ogden able to back up and get it off.
When he's missed his throws tonight, he's been high.
Been high, yeah. And that's a hard throw to make. He's trying to step back and make the throw. And he's had a rough night already. He's been under pressure. Both quarterbacks have been under pressure tonight.
Yeah, both defensive lines doing a good job of getting pressure on the quarterbacks. 2nd and 10. And like we said, it doesn't get any easier for the Vikings next week with DMA coming to town.
3:53 to play here. And our producer, he switches to Mike Man come Wednesday night, right?
Yes.
Nick Alisadrini and Pat Gariantes will host our show. And all kinds of trouble for Ogben.
Yep.
And he's going to lose a yard on the play.
All started with the snap. And then Delmar's defense was all over him. He had nowhere to go.
3rd and 11, loss of 1 on the play. And I'm not sure St. Elizabeth's in any hurry to get out of the huddle right now.
No.
They just want to get out of this game injury-free. And the kicker's already putting the net away.
Yeah.
3rd and 11 for the Vikings. Pistol formation, double wing. Motion coming to the near side. That's Brooks. And that's going to be Shaden up the middle. Gain of about 7 on the play.
Yeah, good hard run there by him. He gets 7 and brings up a 4th down.
4th and 5.
As the Vikings will, I'm sure, will keep the offense on the field. No, they're going to bring the punter out.
On comes number 22, Samuel Janicki. And number 16 going back. Gains for Delmar. 2:11 to play here. And clock running. Gets off a spiral down the field, bounces it inside the 30, but he's going to pick it up and run it. And hit right away by about 3. Vikings 89 was the initial on that play, Shivani. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for Delmar at their own 27-yard line.
And Janicki's had a great night punting the ball. He's got a lot of hang time on it and been kicking it pretty far down the field.
Minute 30 to go in the game.
I'll probably see a few more snaps in this one. As the Delmar Wildcats are going to get out of here with a victory and head back down south.
Yeah, 9 o'clock. Looks like as our new estimated game ending time. As we're just approaching a minute, and Delmar still getting some players on the field. 1st and 10.
We'll probably see the 2 more snaps. Maybe not even.
It depends how long it takes the referee to put that ball back on the ground. Really. Power I formation. We're probably going to see him kneel on the ball.
Yep.
And that's what he does. Kneels on it, and it looks like they're going to have to snap it one more time unless the referee can walk over there very slowly. Let's see when he puts it down. He's going to put it down at 37. So we're going to have one more snap left in this game. Folks, we're going to take a timeout after the end of this game, a commercial timeout. And we'll come back, and we're going to name the pest of the game, the Active Pest Solutions Pest of the Game, and the Louis Pizza Player of the Game. That's what happens when we come the south comes to the north. And that's it. That's going to be your ball game, folks. As the clock winds down, 6 seconds to go. Folks, we'll be right back after this commercial timeout with our Active Pest Control Pest of the Game. Folks, we're back here at Baynard Stadium in Wilmington, Delaware. And let's start off right now with our Pest of the Game, Active Pest Solutions. Pest of the Game, Active Pest Solutions, based out of Lewis, Delaware, but they cover the entire state of Delaware. So if you have pest needs, call Active Pest Solutions. You also can follow them online and like them on Facebook. Jason, who's our Pest of the Game?
Number 73, Mason Lilly from Delmar. 5 tackles, a sack, and more importantly, 2 forced penalties on those chop blocks that really got St. E's out of their game plan.
Absolutely. Your Pest of the Game, big number 73, Mason Lilly, only a junior. And now let's talk Player of the Game, the Louis Pizza Player of the Game, no doubt about it. Tayshawn Denard, number 12, 6 carries, 170 yards, 3 touchdowns in tonight's game. He gets the hat trick here tonight. Let's talk a little bit about Denard. The last time I think you saw him was in that semifinal game, the 8-touchdown game. He was equally as impressive tonight. He probably had less than half the carries he had in that game.
Yeah, absolutely. It was very impressive. He had those 2 big early runs, and then there in the third quarter, he came in and got a nice short touchdown run, the 1-yarder. But he had those only 8 carries and a lot of yards.
So how about that? We have our players to watch, our dream scouting players to watch, and they're also our award winners at the end of the game. So 2 guys we told you to look out for, and 2 guys that end up being pest of the game and player of the game. So, folks, thanks for joining in 302 Sports Night. Can't leave without thanking some of the people that made this possible. Mike Lang on the sidelines. Pat Gariantes was our producer tonight. Nick Halliday with the sideline on-field camera. Len Evans on top of the box with his camera. Jason Winchell, my color guy for tonight. I'm Benny Mitchell. Folks, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week. I'll see you Friday night in Laurel, 7 o'clock, 7:30 kickoff. And the rest of the 302 Clue will be right back here in Baynard with a 7 o'clock kickoff with DMA and St. Elizabeth. Folks, thanks, and have a safe night.